गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपार शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल्प विष्णु विष्णुपार शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। Nitya Vishtam Vishnupara Shutarashita Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Vishtam Vishnupara Shutarashita Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Vishtam Vishnupara Shutarashita Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shilakor Kishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Anu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Gunath Shard Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shigor Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Nama Chai Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gora Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Avishta Vridhata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura Ki Jai. Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Ki Jai. Wait, I think today's some other days also. One second, I'm just looking at the calendar. So, oh yeah, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Maharaj Ki Jai from Devananda Gaudiya Math. Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Krishna Madhur Utsav Ki Jai. And today's the manifestation day of Shri Radha Gopinath in Vrindavan. So Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Ju Ki Jai. Jai Madhu Pandit Ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hari Bo. Jai Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tirtha Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. We're going to be reading from his Sri Caitanya and his associates. But first we'll do Mangala Charan. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gurvandvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udrita Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Gahana Sukhang Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. This verse is written by Śrīla Narottama dāsa, right? I think so. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Tavai vasmi na jivami tvaya na namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. And today's the appearance day of Shri Radha Gopinath. So we'll say the Radha Gopinath, the Gopinath Pranamantra. Shriman Rasarasarang Vangshivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shri Estuna Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshay Kshiptascha Kamadhitaranga Madhye Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Oh, and let's recite the pranam mantra for Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura. So the first pranam mantra is from the Śrīla Narottama Prabhu Ashtakam, which we'll sing at the end, but we'll just sing the first verse for now. This is written by Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Shri Krishna Namamrita Varshi Vaktra Chandra Prabhadvasta Tamo Bharaya Gauranga Devanu Charaya Tasmai Namo Namo Shri Narottamaya. Shri Krishna's name cascades from the lips of his lustrous moon-like face, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. I offer pranam repeatedly to that Sri Narottama Thakur, who is an intimate follower of Sri Gauranga Dev. And this is a verse that was written by Brigupad Prabhu. He says, Lokanata kripa patram prarthana prema gayakam Radha dasya swarupam cha vande dasa narottamam. I offer obeisance to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, who is the recipient of the grace of Lokanath Gosvāmī, who lovingly sings prayers, or who sings prarthana and prem bhakti chandrika, and who is the very embodiment of Radha Dasya. It's a nice verse, huh? Okay. So now today we are reading from Srila Bhakti Ballabha Gosvāmī Mahārāja's book, Sri Caitanya and His Associates. I'll just show you the book here. This book right here, Sri Caitanya and His Associates. You can get it at, this is a new edition also, and it's cheaper than the previous one. The previous one is way too expensive. This one, I got this for 600 rupees. I'm not sure if I got an extra good deal on it, but yeah, 600 rupees, which is, what is that? It's like $8 or something like that. $6, 6 or 8. Yeah. Um, and it's been revised. The whole thing has been revised, checked again against the Bengali to make sure everything was translated accurately. And you can also purchase this on, you can get the ebook for it on Amazon, the Kindle version. That's what we're reading from right now. We'll be reading from the Kindle version. Dandavat pranams Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Nitai Mukesh ji, Prajumna Prabhu, Kishore Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Indira Mataji, and I'm guessing there are 7 devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. But Dandavat pranams, Haribol. Okay, so let's begin. Something I'm working on right now is compiling. Um, well, I'm going to work on it. I haven't started. Well, I just started, but I'm going through um, different books, mainly Navadip Dham Mahatma, Navadip Bhav Taranga, and I just got the inspiration to do this morning. But I want to get different like Bengali verses about on the glories of Navadip, and then we can add that to the Gaudiya Giti Gucha. So then we have more little short songs that we can maybe sing even on Navadip Parikrama and things like that. Yes, sorry, I'm just kind of excited about this one. Last night, I got the inspiration to go through and I compiled all the different places where Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, um, oh, one thing, I forgot to share this in our, sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, I did it already. Did I not share in our, oh, shoot. I forgot to share in our WhatsApp group. Sorry, guys, once again. Okay. Sorry, I realized I forgot to share the Zoom link and everything in our WhatsApp group. I just did that now. Okay, so yeah, this is just different places from um Navadip Dham Mahatma and some other places also. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita. These are all the different ways that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, that they wrote the Panchatattva. So Jai Jai Navadipa Chandra Sachi Sutta, Jai Nityananda Rai, sorry, Jai Jai Nityananda Rai Avaduta, Jai Jai Shri Advaita Prabhu Mahashai Gadadhar Shivasari Pandit Jai Jai, like that. There's so many. Like, I actually have 37 pages. I mean, this has the translation. That's why it's 37 pages. It'll be a lot shorter once I cut it down. But yeah, like 37 pages of just different forms of the Panchatattva and little small verses like this. Jaya Shri Chaitanya Chandra, Jaya Prabhu Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Jaya Gadadhar, Jaya Shivasari Bhakta, Gaurapari Anurakta, Jaya Navadipa Dhamasar. This Jaya 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 Shri Shachi Sutta, Jaya 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 Shri Avaduta, Sitapati Jaya Bhakata Raj, Gadadhara Jaya Bhakta Samaj. Yeah, so these are just Jaya Gora Chandra, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Gadadhar, Shiva Sari Jaya Jaya Bhaktalai, Navadipa Dhamasai. There's so many. Jaya, Jaya Gora Nityananda Advaita Sahita Jaya Gadadhar Jaya Shivasa Pandita. This is just from Navadipta Mahatma, but then I have from um what other, oh, and from Harinam Chintamani, right? We've been singing Jaya Jaya Gadaya Gauranga Nityananda Jaya Sita Pati Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Gaur Gadadhar Jai Janava Jivan Jai Jai Sita Dvaita Jai Bhakta Gan. This is so many. And so I thought this would be a fun thing to have in the Gaudiya Giti Gucha. So when you're doing Nagar Sankirtan or anything, then you could just sing one of these short Panchatattva songs, which will be easy enough for everybody to follow. And you could do a different one every day for a couple months probably. There's so many different forms of the Panchatattva. So I thought that might be fun to add into the songbook. All right, let's begin our program. Okay, so what am I doing here? Oh, and I just see a couple more people joined. Haribo, Guru Nishta Prabhu, Hari Mohini, Didi, Tapas. Kishore likes the Panchatattva thing. Cool. So yeah, let's begin. We're reading from, where is it? It's here. Okay. Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura from Sri Caitanya and his associates by Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Akumar Brahmachari Sarva Tīrtha Darshi Parama Bhagavatottama Śrīla Narottama dāsa. This is from Bhakti Ratnakar 1-279. Narottama dāsa was a brahmachari throughout his entire life. He visited all the places of pilgrimage. He was on the highest platform of devotional achievement. Narottama Ṭhākura was Champak Manjari in Krishna Lila. Eternally assisting Rupa Manjari in her service to Radha and Krishna, Champak Manjari had mercy on the conditioned souls of this earth and appeared as Narottama Ṭhākura in the village of Keturi, about 12 miles from Rampur, Bowalia, in the Gopalpur subdivision of the Rajshahi district. This took place on the full moon day of the month of Magh, sometime around the middle of the 15th century of the Shaka era. Here's a quote from Bhakti Ratnakar. It says, Narottama was born on the Maghi Purnima, which is today. From that day on, he thrived and grew like the waxing moon. 1-281. Bhakti Ratnakar. Narottama Ṭhākura's father was Raja Krishnananda Datta, the zamindar of the Gopalpur area. His mother's name was Narayani Devi. Raja Krishnananda had an elder brother, according to others' opinion, a younger brother, named Purushottam Datta, who had a son named Santosh Datta. In order to show that his associates can take birth in any caste, Lord Krishna had Narottama Ṭhākura take birth in a Kayastha family. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, right? He is also a Datta, Kedarnath Datta. A Vaishnava is beyond the qualities of the material nature. In order to teach this to the world, the Lord had Haridas Thakur take birth in a Mlecha family. Anyone who considers a devotee in terms of his birth or race is destined for a hellish existence. Arche Vishnu Shiladir, Gurushu Naramatir, Vaishnave Jati Buddhir, Vishnur Va Vaishnavanam, Kalimala Matane, Padatirtem Bhubhuti. Shri Vishnur Namni, Shri Vishnur Namni Mantre Sakala Kalushahe, Shabda Samanya Buddhir. Vishnu Sarveshwareshe Taritara Samadhir Yasya Narakisa. I just did the right meter in the last, at the very end, but this is the same meter as Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Kamalam. Okay, so the meaning of this, and this is from the Padma Puran, it means, anyone who considers the deity of Vishnu to be nothing but stone, the Guru to be an ordinary human being, or the Vaishnava to be a member of a particular caste or race, who takes the holy water which has washed Vishnu or the Vaishnav's feet and can destroy all the sins of the age of Kali, anybody who takes that to be ordinary water, who thinks that the name or mantra of Vishnu, which destroys all evils, is the same as any other sound, or who takes Vishnu to be the same as anything other than him, that person suffers hellish existence. From his early childhood, Narottama Ṭhākura began to show signs of his future greatness. Everyone was amazed to see his great intelligence and devotional demeanor. He was constantly absorbed in meditation on the wonderful qualities of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, and had not an iota of interest in the opulence of his father. The Lord and his associates appeared to him in his dreams. Here's a quote from Bhakti Ratnakar. It says, from 285 to 286. As tears poured from his eyes, Narottama would offer prayers of surrender to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita, and the other associates of the Lord. Finally, the Lord and his associates appeared to him in a dream and consoled him with kind words. And Hari Bol Rukmini Didi. Mahaprabhu leaves Prem behind for Narottama. We're reading your Gurudev's Sri Chaitanya and his associates. So according to the Prem Vilas, when Mahaprabhu passed through Kanar Natshala, he was dancing ecstatically in Kirtan. He began to call out, as he was dancing ecstatically in Kirtan, he began to call out Narottama's name. When Nityananda Prabhu asked him why he was calling out this name, Mahaprabhu answered, "My Lord, you do not know your own glories. On your way to Jagannath Puri, you shed tears out of divine love day after day. I managed to capture your divine love and save it. Now I wish to place it here by the Padmavati river in safekeeping for Narottama dāsa." Wow. So Mahaprabhu said that he captured Nityananda's tears and saved it and is going to place it in the Padmavati river for Narottama dāsa. Okay, so Mahaprabhu then went to the place known as Kutubpur on the Padmavati river, where he bathed and sang and danced in ecstasy. He then called out to the river, "O Padmavati, take this love and keep it here in strict confidence. When Narottama comes and bathes here, give it to him." Padmavati inquired, "How will I recognize him?" Mahaprabhu answered, "You will have no trouble recognizing Narottama, for as soon as he enters your waters, you will overflow." The place where Mahaprabhu placed Prem for Narottama Ṭhākura's sake was later given the name Prem Toli. When Narottama Ṭhākura was 12 years old, he had a dream in which Nityananda Prabhu told him to bathe in the Padmavati and take the Prem, which had been stored for him there. One day he went to the Padmavati, and as soon as he put his foot in the water, the river started to overflow. The Padmavati then remembered Mahaprabhu's words and gave Narottama Ṭhākura the Prem she had guarded for all that time. Wow. Narottama leaves home. As soon as he experienced the ecstasies of Prem, Narottama Ṭhākura's character, his appearance, everything about him changed. His parents noticed the transformation and did everything they could to bring him back to his normal state, but failed. Having drunk the wine of divine ecstasy, Narottama had become intoxicated, and the bonds of family life could no longer hold him back. Narottama began to wonder how he could escape from his material entanglements. Finally, one day, when his father and uncle were away on official business, he practiced some deception on his mother and tricked his bodyguards so that he could leave his family for Vrindavan. This event took place on Kartik Purnima. Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura's life is very similar, like in a couple different ways. It's similar to Śrīla Raghunath Das Goswāmī. According to others, Narottama Thakur waited to go to Vrindavan until after the death of his father and handing over the responsibility for the zamindari to his cousin Santosh. Even though he was the son of a rich zamindar, in his desire to unite with the Lord, he was ready to abandon the pleasures of the body in a moment, day and night, walking barefoot, crying, forgetting to eat and drink. Finally, he fell unconscious under a tree. A golden-skinned Brahmin came and offered him a cup of milk, and said to him in a sweet voice, "O Narottam, drink this milk. Your cuts and bruises will go away. Your journey will be comfortable." After saying this, the Brahmin vanished, and the exhausted Narottam fell asleep. That night he dreamt of Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. The two Goswamis placed their hands on his chest and fed him the milk that Mahaprabhu himself had brought for him. All of Narottam's fatigue disappeared. Narottam is initiated by Lokanath Goswami. The Prem Vilas also describes how Narottama Thakur took an initiation from Lokanath Goswami in Vrindavan. Narottama Thakur was born on the full moon day of Magh. His renunciation took place on the full moon day of Kartik, and he was initiated by Lokanath Goswami on the full moon day of Shravan. Interesting. Lokanath Goswami is a direct disciple and personal associate of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, he was the very first Gaudiya Vaishnava to be instructed by the Lord to go to Vrindavan, along with Bhugarbha Goswami. Lokanath Goswami set the standard for worship in a spirit of renunciation while in the holy Dham. He was a Viviktanandi Vaishnava, that is a hermit a hermit one who worships the Lord in solitude. A hermit, one who worships the Lord in solitude. Okay. In this spirit, he had vowed not to take any disciples. Narottama dāsa too had made a vow to take initiation from no one other than Lokanath Goswami. So one of them has to break their vow, either Lokanath Goswami or Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura. So though he was the son of a Raja, Narottama Thakur's desire to receive Lokanath Goswami's mercy was so great that he went in the middle of every night to clean the place he used as a toilet. He would also leave fine earth and water for him to clean himself afterwards. This is described as follows in the Prem Vilas. Narottam went to the place where Goswami performed his bodily functions and did a special job of cleaning it. He sifted the earth to make fine, clean earth with which Lokanath Goswami could clean his hands. He would hide his coconut leaf broom and take it out each night to sweep the place clean, his heart filled with joy. All these things he did as a regular service. He considered himself to be fortunate to have this service. And that it made his body worthwhile. He would hold the broom to his chest, repeating, "This is the power that will help me attain my Lord's lotus feet." As he said these words, he cried, and torrents of tears washed over his chest. Lokanath Goswami was astonished to see that the place was daily being kept clean and free from foul smell. He became curious to find out who was doing it, and so, one evening, he went and hid in the jungle, chanting japa the entire night in wait of the anonymous benefactor. At midnight, he saw someone engaged in cleaning the place, and asked him who he was. When he found out that Narottam, the son of a king, was doing this task, he felt embarrassed and told him to desist. Narottam, however, immediately fell at Lokanath Goswami's feet and began to cry. When Lokanath Goswami saw Narottama Thakur's humility and pain, his resolve softened, and he finally gave him initiation. Thus, Narottama Thakur gave an outstanding example to the world. He gave an outstanding example to the world of how one should serve one's spiritual master. I love this part. How what is it? He considered himself to be fortunate to have this service, and that it made his body worthwhile, to clean the stool of his guru. And then he would hold the broom to his chest, repeating, "This is the power that will help me attain my Lord's lotus feet." So even the love that he had for the broom that was helping him do that service. So, yeah. Okay. Now here's a quote from Bhakti Ratnakar, 1:345. It says, Narottam went there and engaged in whatever service was necessary to his guru, performing it with great enthusiasm. Lokanath Goswami was pleased by Narottam's service and showed him the greatest mercy by initiating him in the mantra. And this is Bhakti Ratnakar, same chapter, verse 292. Without caring for his youth or his looks, he left home on the full moon day of the month of Kartik. After wandering through many pilgrimage places, he finally came to Vrindavan, where he became Lokanath Goswami's disciple. On the auspicious day of Shravani Purnima, Lokanath Goswami initiated Narottama Ṭhākura. And Haribol Vidyalalasa Didi. And Simran Didi, Hare Krishna. And Gokuleshwari Didi and Archana Mataji. Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura was thus Lokanath Goswami's one and only disciple. Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, the founder of the worldwide Sri Caitanya Math and Sri Gaudiya Maths, demonstrated similar one-pointed faith and service to the lotus feet of his spiritual master, and perseverance and patience in order to obtain his mercy. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, like Lokanath Goswami, had vowed to take no disciples. He refused Srila Prabhupada 3 times, but this did not break Prabhupada's will. When Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Mahārāja saw his humility and intense desire, he finally relented and gave him mantra diksha. Srila Prabhupada was Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Mahārāja's only disciple. After the disappearance of Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis, Sri Jiva Goswami became the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya's undisputed acharya throughout Mathura, Bengal, and Orissa, and the chief of the universal court of Vaishnavas at Vrindavan, the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha. Srinivas, Narottam, and Dukhi Krishnadas all studied the scriptures under Jiva Goswami, receiving detailed personal instruction from him. Jiva Goswami gave them the titles of Acharya, Thakur, and Shamananda respectively. Narottam returns to Bengal. Jiva Goswami sent his 3 students to Bengal with the Vaishnav scriptures. Sri Jiva Goswami heard the news that the books had been stolen in Ban Vishnupur, and then later that they had been recovered by Srinivasacharya. The story has been told in this book in the chapter on Srinivasacharya. Lokanath Goswami considered Narottama Ṭhākura's previous life as a wealthy zamindar to be particularly suitable for preaching in his home area of northern Bengal, and thought that with his status, he would be able to teach the standards of renounced devotional behavior. Out of compassion for that country's people, he ordered Narottama Ṭhākura to return to his hometown of Keturi. Srinivasacharya was aware of Lokanath Goswami's intention, so when the books were stolen, he told Narottama Ṭhākura to continue on his way to preach in Keturi and North Bengal. Srinivasacharya said, "Go quickly to Keturi and carry out Lokanath Prabhu's orders." That's Bhakti Ratnakar 7:119. Anchorite devotees, renunciates, Viviktanandis, being absorbed in the intimate service of the Lord on the transcendental platform, normally have no taste for engaging in any welfare activity which brings out only temporary succor. Succor? Yeah. Sorry, my vocabulary isn't so big. Succor means aid, help, a helping hand, assistance. Which only brings temporary assistance to materialistic persons, bound by Maya and absorbed in their bodily identification. Materialistic welfare activities are considered to be of great value only when there is a misunderstanding about the real goal of life, service to Krishna. Lokanath Goswami taught the world through his disciple on the principle that a housewife teaches the daughter-in-law by instructing the daughter. Though Narottama Thakur himself was distraught with separation from his spiritual master, he nevertheless took his orders seriously and returned to Kaituri, where he began preaching the doctrines of pure devotional service to the people of northern Bengal. Narottama Thakur's humility and sorrow were expressed in his prarthana. This is from the song, I think this is Hari Hari Kripa Kori Rakho Nij Pare. I think so. Yeah, it is. Okay. Aneka dukher pore loye chile Vrajapure Kripa dor galaya bandhiya Daiva maya balatkare Khasai ashe dore Bhavakupe dile kadaria Puna jadi kripa kori e janare keshe dhori Taniya tuloho brajadhame ও তবে সে দেখিয়ে ভালো নতুবা পরাণ গেল কোহে দীন দাস নরোত্তমে কোহে দীন দাস নরোত্তমে After I had suffered for a long time, you finally tied the rope of mercy around my neck and dragged me to Vrajdam. But now, the forces of fate and illusion have loosened that rope, and I have been thrown back down the well of material existence. If you would only be merciful to me and grab me by the hair, pulling me back to Vrajdam, then everything will seem right once again. If not, Narottam says, my life is over. On Lokanath Goswami's orders, Narottama Thakur installed 6 sets of deities in his temple in Kaituri: Shri Gauranga, Shri Vallabhikanta, Shri Vrajamohan, Shri Krishna, Shri Radhakanta, and Shri Radharaman. The great festival which he held on that occasion is still remembered in the Vaishnav world. Now here's a quote from Bhakti Ratnakar. Bhakti Ratnakar 1, 422 to 426. Narottama Thakur arrived in the land of Goda, Navadvip. He had been ordered by Lokanath Goswami to establish the deity service of both Gauranga and Krishna, to serve the Vaishnavas, and to preach the congregational chanting of the holy names. He immediately dedicated himself to carrying out these orders. First, he set about establishing the service of 6 sets of beautiful deities, whose names, taken together, bring joy to the hearts of the devotees. Gauranga Vallabhikanta Shri Krishna Vrajamohana Radharamana He Radhe Radhakanta Namostute. The Great Festival at Kaituri. Prior to the Kaituri Mahotsav, Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura traveled throughout Bengal and Orissa, visiting various places where Mahaprabhu had performed his pastimes, meeting the Lord's associates, and receiving their blessings. Amongst the places he visited were Udharan Datta's home in Saptagram, Karavdaha, where he met Parameshwari Das Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu's Shaktis Janava and Vasudha, Kanakul Krishnanagar, the home of Abhiram Thakur, Shamananda Prabhu's home in Nrsinghapur, the Shripats of Narahari Sarkar Thakur and Raghunandan Thakur in Sri Khanda, the birthplace of Nityananda Prabhu in Ekachakra Dham, and in Jagannath Puri, Gopinath Acharya's home, Haridas Thakur's Samadhi Temple, Gadadhar Pandit's place of worship, the Jagannath Temple and Gundicha Temple, the Jagannath Vallabh Gardens, Narendra Sarovar, etc. Most of the associates of Mahaprabhu of that time, and other leaders of the Sampradaya came to Keturi on the occasion of the festival organized by Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura. A list of these have been given by Narahari Chakravarti in his books Bhakti Ratnakar and Narottama dāsa. Okay, so here are the names of the people who joined the Keturi festival. Some of the prominent people. Shamananda Prabhu, Janava Devi, Parameshwari Das, Parameshwari Das, Krishnadas Sarakela, Madhava Acharya, Raghupati Vaidya, Meena Ketan Ramdas, Murari Chaitanya Das, Gyanadas. Oh, I wonder if that's the Gyanadas who wrote so many different kirtans that we sing. Mahidhara, Sri Shankar, Kamalakar Pipalai, Gauranga Das, Nakari, Krishna Das, Damodar, Balaram Das, Sri Mukunda, Vrindavan Das Thakur. Raghunandan Thakur and other devotees from Sri Khanda, Srinivas Pandit's brothers, Shripati and Srinidhi from Navadvip. Advaita Acharya's sons, Achyutananda, Gopal Mishra, and Krishna Mishra came from Shantipur. Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu and other devotees from Ambika Kalna. So a lot of Nityananda Prabhu's associates, the Dwadash Gopals, joined also, right? Let's see. Parameshwari Thakur. Krishnadas was one. There are two Krishnadasas. I'm guessing one of those were the Dwadash Gopal Krishnadas. Kamalakar Pipalai. Who else? Miniketam Ramdas is also, right? Is he Dwadash Gopal? Forgot. Who else? Anyways. Okay. So Srinivasacharya acted as the officiating priest at the festival and performed the rituals installing the deities. In the Kirtan festival held by Narottama Thakur, Mahaprabhu and his associates appeared. And remember, all these different associates, Advaita Acharya's sons, Achyutananda, Gopal Mishra. I remember reading this description before. But, Janava Devi and all these Dwadash Gopalas, and I mean, not all the Dwadash, some of the Dwadash Gopalas, and, all these different, they were united. It wasn't just Mahaprabhu that appeared, but also Advaita Acharya appeared. And so then Advaita Acharya's sons were reunited with Advaita Acharya. Janava Thakurani is reunited with Nityananda Prabhu. And, it's such a dramatic, beautiful description. And I think Bhakti Ratnakar, it's explained in detail. Who can describe the joy of that kirtan? And it gets into great detail about the kirtan. It starts off really slow for a long time, and then it slowly builds up, and then it builds up, and then people just completely lose themselves. And then when it reaches the Krishna, then all of a sudden, Mahaprabhu appears, and Advaita Acharya, and Nityananda, and then directly, it's not just a vision, it's like they are directly dancing in the kirtan. And so, okay. Who can describe the joy of that kirtan? Mahaprabhu himself descended with all his associates in its midst, just like lightning in a conglomeration of rain clouds. Sorry. That's from Bhakti Ratnakar 571 to 572. And then this is also from Bhakti Ratnakar, same chapter, 605 to 607. The kirtan was amazing. You could see Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya overcome with ecstasy and Gaurachandra encircled by the devotees. What wonderful compassion the Lord displayed on that day. Who can understand these wonderful pastimes? What blessings he poured on Narottama and Srinivas, for they and their companions found fulfillment of all their desires. After the Keturi festival, Narottama Thakur's fame spread throughout the Vaishnava world. Prominent Brahmins like Ram Krishna Acharya and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti became his disciples. Narottama's preaching adventures. Okay, sorry. Narahari Chakravarti extensively described Narottama Thakur's activities in his Narottama dāsa. One can understand his outstanding accomplishments by reading this book. Some of these are given here. In Gopalpur, I think Srivas translated a big chunk of Narottama dāsa, and put it on his website, not like last year. I have to check that out after. In Gopalpur village lived a Brahmin named Vipradas. He had a poisonous snake living in his wicker grain storage bin, his gola. When Narottama Thakur visited Vipradas's house, the snake vanished, and the deities of Gaur and Vishnupriya appeared in its place. This is from Bhakti Ratnakar 10. Is it called the 10th Vilas? I think so. 202. Or no, is it Taranga? Something like that. So Gaurasundar and his beloved Vishnupriya came out of the gola and climbed into Narottam's lap in plain view of everyone. Everyone was quite amazed. These same deities are being served today in Gambhila. A certain Smarta Brahmin scholar blasphemed Narottama Thakur, calling him a Sudra. The result of this offense was that he was attacked by leprosy. After suffering for some time, he was given a vision of the goddess in a dream. She told him to fall at Narottama Dasa's feet and beg for forgiveness. And it was only after he followed this advice that the Brahmin was freed from his terrible disease. I wonder which goddess it's referring to. Shri Hari Ram Acharya and Ram Krishna Acharya, the sons of Shivananda Acharya, were taking a goat and a buffalo to be offered as a sacrifice to the goddess. Okay, so it's referring to Durga or Kali. To Kali. So they're taking a buffalo to be offered as a sacrifice to Devi on the order of their father. They met Narottama Thakur and Ramachandra Kaviraj on the way and were attracted by their effulgent beauty. Narottama Thakur advised the two young Brahmins to abandon worship in the modes of passion and ignorance that entailed violence to animals and to worship the Supreme Lord without any desire. The brothers immediately let the goat and buffalo go and bathed in the Padmavati river. They then took initiation from Narottama Thakur and dedicated their lives to the service of Lord Krishna and his devotees. That's quite a change of heart in just one meeting. Shivananda Acharya became angry when he heard about this. He called a Smarta scholar from Mithila named Murari to come and defeat Narottama Thakur's Vaishnava philosophy. However, Hari Ram and Ramakrishna were given divine blessings by their guru and were able to defeat every one of the Smarta's arguments with scriptural evidence. Defeated, Shivananda Acharya went to pray to the goddess. She appeared to him that night in a dream and rebuked him for his enmity toward the Vaishnavas and told him to cease all such behavior. In the course of time, Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, Jagannath Acharya, and other well-known Brahmins started to become Narottama Thakur's disciples. This caused a stir in the Smarta community, and out of jealousy, they went to complain to Raja Narasingha. Narottama is a Shudra who makes disciples of Brahmins. He is using some kind of mystic powers or hypnotism to convert them. He should be stopped. After a discussion of the matter with Raja Narasingha, it was decided that a scholar named Rupa Narayan should be summoned to debate Narottama Thakur. This Brahmin had won numerous debates of this sort and was known as a Mahadigvijay. The Raja himself would set off with Rupa Narayan toward the village of Keturi. Ramachandra Kaviraj and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti were upset to see the wicked intentions of the Raja and his Pandit. When they heard that the Raja and his entourage were resting overnight in Kumarpur village, they went in disguise as a potter and a pawn seller and set up stalls in the village market. When the students of the Smarta Brahmins came to the market, Ramachandra and Ganga Narayan spoke with them in Sanskrit. The Brahmins were astounded that even ordinary stall keepers in the village were able to speak in Sanskrit. Ramachandra and Ganga Narayan began to debate with the Brahmins, defeating every Smarta arguments that they put forward. The Raja and the other Brahmins were amazed to see this, and personally came there, only to be defeated in their arguments. Ramachandra Acharya and Ganga Narayan Acharya established the pure doctrine of devotional service. The Raja and his Digvijay Pandit were rendered speechless by the scholarship of the two ordinary stall keepers. When they learned that the two men were disciples of Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, the king said to his pundit, if Narottama Thakura's common disciples can defeat you in a bait, there's no need of going to see him. But once again, the goddess appeared to King Narasingha and Rupa Narayan and ordered them to go to Narottama Ṭhākura and pray for forgiveness for their offenses. The two of them did so and became devotees of Radha and Krishna. What time is it? Okay, we have 10 more minutes. Two songs by Narottam. In the Gaudiya Vaishnava Abhidhan, the following comments are found. Narottama Thakura's ashram was in a place called Bhajanatuli, about 2 miles from the capital city of Keturi. Narottama Thakura did his preaching through kirtan. He created an amazing melody of kirtan known as Garanhati. It's a style of kirtan. He wrote 2 books, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika, which are the very life of the devotees. He has written songs which are appropriate for every devotional mood, and this is what touches the devotees' hearts. These 2 books are so popular that they have been published countless times. Narottama Thakura's influence can be appreciated even in distant Manipur, where everyone agrees that the Vaishnava religion spread through his spiritual potency. His devotional songs are sung in every home throughout Manipur state. Srinivasa Acharya's disciple Ramachandra Kaviraj was Narottama Thakura's dearest companion. Narottama Thakura received news of Ramachandra Kaviraj's disappearance first. Not long afterwards, he heard of Srinivasa Acharya's disappearance. He wrote the following song in a mood of separation. It is capable of melting even a stone-like heart. Jaya Nilo Prema Dhana Karuna Prachur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Ṭhākura Kaha Mor Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanatan Kaha Dasa Raghunatha Patita Pavan Kaha Mor Bhatta Juga Kaha Kaviraj Eka Kale Kota Gela Gora Nataraj Pashane Kutibo Mata Anale Poshibo Gauranga Guner Nidhi Kota Gele Pavo Sheshava Sangir Shange Jai Koilo Vilas Se Sangana Paya Kande Narottama dāsa. Where has Acharya Ṭhākura, who out of great mercy, and remember, Acharya, Srinivas got the title Acharya from Śrīla Gosvāmī. So Acharya Ṭhākura means Srinivas Acharya. So where has Acharya Ṭhākura, who out of great mercy for the world brought the wealth of love, where has that Acharya Ṭhākura gone? Where are my Sarup and Rupa? Where is Sanatan? Where has Raghunath Das, the deliverer of the most fallen, gone? Where are Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? Where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where has the king of dance, Gauranga, suddenly disappeared to? I will beat my head against the rocks or enter the flames. But where can I go to find that divine ocean of virtue, Gauranga? Deprived of the association of all those companions of the Lord, Narottama dāsa can do nothing but cry. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj explained this last verse to me. He said, he says, those who performs pastimes with those who are in the association of those associates. And so In other words, this last line, not those, sorry, he, he who performed vilas, like who engaged in pastimes with the sangi, with the associates of Mahaprabhu, with all these associates of Mahaprabhu, Shesanga Napaya. So this last line is actually referring specifically to Srinivasacharya, who associated with the direct associates, with all these different associates of Mahaprabhu. Yeah. So that's how we translated it in the Gaudiya Kitikucha. This last, we translate it as deprived of he who associated with all those companions of the Lord, Srinivasacharya. Yeah. Okay. Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura was the topmost of the followers of Rupa Gosvāmī, Mahaprabhu's close associate. His unparalleled devotion to Rupa Gosvāmī can be recognized from the following song. Actually, I'm going to get the mridanga and we can sing this properly. One second, let me just turn on. One second, I'm just getting the mridanga. Shiro Manjari Para She Mora Sampara She Mor Bhajana Pujana She Mor Prana Dhana She Mora Bharana She Mor Jivane Jivana She Mor Rasanidhi She Mora Vancha Siddhi She Mor Veder Dharama She Vrata She Tapa She Mora Mantra Japa She Mor Dharma Karama She Mor Dharma Karama Anukula Habividhi She Pade Hoibe Siddhi Rakhi boye doi nayane sherupa madhuri rashi o prana kubala shashi prafulita habe nishidine Darshanayahi Agarale Jaralo Dehi Chiradina Tapi Tajivan Ha Prabhu Karo Sharan Narottama lo Sharan Shri Rupa Manjari's feet are my treasure. Wait 1 second. Shri Rupa Manjari's feet are my treasure. They are my object of worship. They are my devotional service. They are the wealth of my life. They are my ornament. They are the life of my life. They are my ocean of nectar. They are the perfection of my desire. They are my Vedic prescripts. They are my vow. They are my austerity. They are the mantra I chant. They are my religious duty. When Providence is kind to me, I will find perfection by attaining Shri Rupa Manjari's feet, and will be able to behold them with my own eyes. The abundant sweet beauty of her lotus feet will shine like the moon upon the lily of my heart, causing it to blossom in jubilation day and night. The snake of your presence has burned up my body with its poison. I have suffered this pain for so long. O my master, be merciful to me. Give me the shade of your feet, for I, Narottam, seek refuge there. All right, so it is 8 o'clock. I'm going to, for anybody who needs to go now, I'm going to sing the Narottama Prabhu by Śrīla Ṭhākura, but since the time is up, I'm just, for anybody who has to go, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much for joining. And and now we will sing the Narottama Prabhu or Narottama Ashtakam also. I'll do it in the style, I'll read the translation and then sing the verse, like we did, Okay.
Prabhu, your sound is very feeble.
Oh, it's very low? Okay. Is it, I turned on...
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
It's better, huh? Okay. Yeah, it always does that. I turn on, it says sounds for musicians so that it doesn't have noise cancellation, but then it turns the volume very low. Anyways, I'll try to sing more directly into the mic. I offer my repeated obeisances. This is by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, the glorious follower of Gauranga, who completely destroys the darkness of ignorance of the living entities at its root with the nectarian rays of Krishna's holy name, which emanate from his moon-like face. Shri Krishna Namamrita Varshi Vaktra Chandra Prabhadvasta Damo Bharaya Gauranga Devanucharaya Tasmai Namo Namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, who lights up every direction with the effulgence of his teeth, revealed as he laughs out of the joy of Harinam Sankirtan and is bathed in torrents of tears and perspiration out of divine love. Wow, what a description, huh? Sankirtanananda jamanda hasya danta dyuti dyotita demukaya sweda shrudhara snapitaya tasmai namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, whose body is covered with horripilation and whose lotus feet dance enchantingly, being set into motion as soon as he hears the sweet sound of the mridanga. Mridanga nada shruti matra chanchalat padam bujamanda manoharaya sadhya samudyat pulakaya tasmai namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, whose fame has spread throughout the songs he has written, and whose dance and song, indeed, whose every action in kirtan amazes even the most proficient and brings shame to the Gandharvas. Gandharva Garvakshapana Svalasya Vismapita Shesha Kriti Vrajaya Swasrishta Gana Pratitaya Tasmai Namo Namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, who can be seen only by one who has unlimited good fortune, and whose figure is decorated with the dust that covers it as he falls to the ground unconscious in divine ecstasy. Ananda murchavani pata bhata dhuli bharalankrita vigrahaya yadarshanam bhagya bharena tasmai namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, who established almshouses of mercy everywhere, causing every person's desires, other than those for service to Krishna, to be uprooted. Stale stale yasya kripa prapabhi Krishnanya trishna jana sanghati nam nirmulita yeva bhavanti tasmai namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, whose devotional faith is like a line scratched in stone, whose touch is like that of a philosopher's stone that fulfills all desires, and whose every word is as authoritative as that of the Veda. Yar bhakti nishta palarekhikeva sparsha puna sparsha mani vayasya brahmanyamevam shruti vadyadiyam tasmai namah Śrīla Narottamaya. I offer my repeated obeisances to Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, who forever appears to the fortunate learned scholars of transcendental knowledge as devotional itself incarnate, or as the embodiment of the essence of renunciation in this mortal world. Murtaiva bhakti kim ayam kim esha vairagya sarastanu mandri loke sambhavyate yakriti bisadaiva tasmai namah Śrīla Narottamaya. Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura performs the pastimes of disappearance on a Krishna Panchami in the month of Kartik. Okay. Namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. 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 Oh, Namo namah Śrīla Narottamaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, Narottama dāsa. Jai Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura, Narottama dāsa. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai. And Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai, Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Mahārāja ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi ki Jai, Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura ki Jai, Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Titi ki Jai. Jai Shri sorry, my mind went blank. Jai Keturi Dham ki Jai. All the associates of Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Oh, and today is the appearance of Gopinath Ju. So Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Ju ki Jai. Shri Madhu Pandit ki Jai. Jai Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai. His Vyas Puja ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai. Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Nitai Mukeshji, Guru Nishta Prabhu, Gokuleshwari Didi, Hari Mohini Didi, Archana Mataji, Pradyumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Kishore Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Rukmini Didi, who else is it? Vidyalalasa Didi, Pramila Didi, Champak Mataji, and so many other devotees. Wow, a lot of people joined today. 12 devotees on YouTube and Facebook. Dandavat pranams. Also, I think Indira Mataji and Raseshwari Mataji are there. Dandavat pranams. So I'll see you all tomorrow to read the second half of the chapter on Sadhu Ninda from Harinam Chintamani. So, all right. Dandavat pranams. See you all tomorrow. Is there anything anybody wants to mention before I stop the stream? All right. See you tomorrow. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Śrīla Narottama dāsa Ṭhākura ki Jai.